Hello and welcome into another edition of the Arizona State Sun Devils Insider Podcast. My name is Kevin Hickson. I am your lead beat writer for the Arizona State Sun Devils on SI, and I'm so grateful to be joining you on this beautiful Saturday evening. And we are roughly 2.5 hours past the Arizona State Sun Devils dropping their second and final game against the Arizona Wildcats at Desert Financial Arena in Tempe. And of course, this is the last time that the Sun Devils and Wildcats will face off, assuming the two teams do not meet in the Big 12 tournament, which is a possibility. We'll see what happens there. But I mean, there aren't moral victories in college basketball like most sports, but they played the Wildcats about as strong as any other team has this season on a regular basis. I mean, you can look at what BYU did at the end of the Arizona game, the fact that they made it a nail biter at the end, but they were not playing Arizona very close for the previous 39 minutes or so, 38, 39 minutes. Arizona State was hanging with Arizona for a lot of this game, and they nearly took them down in Tucson. And the game on Saturday in specific, we will talk about a little bit in a minute. Until we get to that, I wanted to talk about what a star-studded environment it was at Desert Financial Arena. I kind of expected this to be the case, but I mean, several of Arizona State's women's basketball stars were there. Head coach Molly Miller was there. Kenny Dillingham was there. Jordan Tyson and Cam Skattebo both showed up. And most, I mean, crazy was probably James Harden. Uh, it was a very well-timed thing, and I believed that his attendance would be something that we saw after they officially announced that they were wearing the Harden alternates for this game for the first time in partnership with Adidas. We all know Harden is probably the best college basketball player in the history of Arizona, as the state, even better than any Arizona player in terms of college career and NBA career. Uh, just an absolute icon with the program, and the fact that he still claims the program and Tempe and everything like that so openly is a great thing for Sun Devil basketball. Also Ryan Dunn was there, the Phoenix Suns, and I think that's very neat that he goes to a lot of Arizona State basketball games. Um, Now about the game, I mean, like it has been for this specific Arizona State team, it's a tale of two halves. Arizona State really, really, really played a an admirable first half. They were shot making at a high degree in the first half, particularly Mo Odom. We all know about Mo at this point. Um, there were several players that made key plays at or near the basket. Uh, Santiago Truitt was very active down low. Samba Diop, another 13.3 block performance. But at the end of the day, the Wildcats, I think that most people that watched the game, including head coach Bobby Hurley, would agree that the unraveling of this game was due to Arizona's depth advantage and their strength advantage and their size advantage. I mean, Arizona State and Arizona were both running what was effectively 8-man rotations. But when Arizona's depth is Toby Awaka, and he's giving you 7 points and 13 boards along with two blocks. That's probably going to make a pretty big difference, especially when Alan Mukeba didn't necessarily have his strongest game. Uh, obviously I'm still a big fan of Allen, but he didn't have his strongest game. And when you have players like that, when you have a Dwayne Aristo coming off the bench, even though he didn't make a huge impact on the stat sheet, you could feel his presence on the court. And then, I mean, their front line, uh, Ivan Karcherov, Koa Pete, and Mateus Krivas, just an incredible front line. And I really do believe that notion that Arizona's sheer strength, physicality, uh, height. I mean, Arizona State has three players in their starting lineup that are 6'10" or taller, but Arizona is a bit more physical. Uh, Tommy Lloyd has them playing pretty much in 100% alignment with one another. And I mean, they're off to a 22 and 0 start for a reason. This is a team that is going to be here to stay, like Bobby Hurley said. He said that he believes that they will have as good of an opportunity as anyone to come home with the national championship trophy in roughly 2 months. Um, yeah, I mean, this was also a game that served as a kind of a double whammy because Koa Pete was really the driving force of this game. Last game, he had a good game in Tucson, but it took him some time to really get acclimated in this game. And I think that this game, he was comfortable from opening tip. I mean, Bobby Hurley's discussed that if they left Koa open on threes by design. That was something that they had decided to do during scouting and preparations. I mean, I think they knew him pretty well going to the game, regardless if they had played or not previously. He made both of his threes. He was incredibly active down low. He forced two steals. I mean, that stung because Arizona State could have had him a few months ago, and now Arizona's 22 and 0, number one ranked team in the country. Arizona State is 11-11. Life just comes at you fast, and they got to roll with that. Um, I think a silver lining for Arizona State in this game was that Noah Mayusin played very well, and I asked Mo Odom about Mayusin's growth, and he really went to great lengths to discuss that he keeps on hammering it down with Noah that he has to play in a similar manner to how he plays in practice all the time. If you're not basically said if we're on the court together and you're not shooting, I'm going to shoot it. And I don't, and he basically was saying that he didn't want to play a game of cat and mouse, really, for lack of better verbiage there. Um, that he wants more consistency, and we're getting that consistency from Noah now. That's what he essentially came down to in those discussions. And Mayusin led the team with 16 points. He really played a strong game, even though a couple of his buckets were at the tail end of the game. I think that if Mayusin decides to stay in Tempe beyond this year, he really has an opportunity to be a regular starting player, possibly a point guard, because he really has combo guard. He has shooting guard size, shooting guard touch, point guard sensibilities like distributing the ball, playing passing lanes. He's pretty disruptive as a defender overall. And I think that Mayusin was the bright spot of this game for Arizona State. He's one of the silver linings. And as for the Sun Devils, they have two winnable games this week and two games that they absolutely have to win if they want to keep their slim hopes of playing in the postseason alive. They play Colorado and Utah. They play Utah first on Wednesday night in Salt Lake City. Then they make a return the favorite game against Colorado reality next Saturday or this coming Saturday as of this recording dropping. And they will look to avenge a 95-89 loss to Colorado then. Until then, thank you so much for tuning in to another edition of the Sun Devils Insider Podcast. And I'll see you with another episode tomorrow. Thank you so much.